Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today, and today we're going to be talking about 10-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, 1-time Super Bowl champion, four-time MVP, who has also won a Super Bowl MVP, Aaron Rodgers, potentially ending up in Los Angeles with the Rams. Yesterday was reported by New York Daily News that Aaron Rodgers prefers the Los Angeles Rams out of all teams he could potentially end up on. Look, I'm not going to say it's impossible or it seems like it's unlikely that Aaron Rodgers retires, because I never say never with anything, because it doesn't seem like he has such a hot market. But just what I'm guessing is it seems like Aaron Rodgers does not want to retire. Now, I could be wrong. He could end up retiring, but it seems like he still wants to play. I don't know if there are many teams that want him to, I don't know if there are many teams that want to go and get him, but I know if the Rams end up trading Matthew Stafford, there is a real possibility Aaron Rodgers ends up in LA. And one of the reasons why I say this is because not only is Aaron Rodgers supposed to be let go by the Jets this offseason, but alongside him to potentially get let go this offseason by the Jets will be Davante Adams. And Davante Adams has already said he wants to go to the West Coast and play for a West Coast team. One of those options could be the Rams. And even if Stafford is still with the Rams, you could see Davante still want to go to Los Angeles, because they're going to need another wide receiver next season, because regardless whether Stafford's playing as a Ram or not next year, they're going to need another wide receiver after they trade Cooper Kupp. So I think regardless if they go after Rodgers or not, Davante Adams is very well likely going to be a target for this Rams team this offseason, because they're letting go of Cooper Kupp this offseason, trading him to wherever they will trade him to. And so I think Davante Adams and Puka Nacua would be a nice 1-2 punch duo at the wide receiver position, whether it's Aaron Rodgers or Matthew Stafford throwing them the football. So, but I think it's interesting to go over what's going to happen with this Rams team. I think there are a lot of questions. It starts probably with Cooper Kupp, where he's going to end up. It doesn't seem like he's going to stay in Los Angeles. I think then you go to what happens with Stafford. And if Stafford's gone, is the quarterback Rodgers? Who is it? Because, look, it shouldn't be Stetson Bennett. Do you maybe go to a not-so-good quarterback so you can try to get a top pick next year? I don't know. I just can't imagine a Sean McVay Rams team not being very good. And I think if Stafford's not the quarterback next year, they're going to try to be competitive. And I think you can be competitive if you have Aaron Rodgers throwing the football to Puka Nacua and Davante Adams. I know things didn't go out, things did not go very well this year for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. But one thing I will say is I think the Rams are a little bit better of an overall team than the Jets are. I think we can start off with coaching. I think there was a huge coaching issue in New York. Maybe they're starting to fix that issue now. Hopefully Aaron Glenn can be the right coach to fix the New York Jets, although there have been way too many head coaches that have been said about that in the Jets in the last couple of years. But I think that the Rams are in a better coaching position, and not only they're in a better coaching position, but I love Garrett Wilson. He's a really good wide receiver, but I think if you're looking at it this way, Aaron Rodgers throwing the football to Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson, or Puka Nacua and Davante Adams. And not only mention the fact that you have Demarcus Robinson as your wide receiver 3, compared to a not so healthy, not in the lineup most of the time, Alan Lazard at the wide receiver 3 position. We can go to the running game that the Rams have with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. Sure, the Jets have a great running game as well. And I think the Rams' defense is built better than the Jets are. I'm not saying the Jets' defense is bad. I think the Jets' pass defense and their pass rush are really good, but their run defense is really bad. Rams' run defense did have some issues last year as well, But I think this Rams defense, with the young talent they have, I'm sure the Jets do have young talent as well. But I think this Rams team is in a better situation. So I'm not sure if Aaron Rodgers could lead this Rams team to a playoff appearance. But I know Aaron Rodgers can have more success with this Rams team than he did with the New York Jets. Rodgers last season, we look at the QB record, it doesn't look good because the team did go 5-12. But we're just gonna look at his stats. He threw 368 for 584 with a completion percentage of 63%. He threw almost 4,000 passing yards, which he has not thrown this much passing yards since 2021. Yes, I know he missed the 2023 season, but if you look at the 2022 season, which was a struggle for him in his last year in Green Bay, his numbers were better this past season in 2024 than they were in 2022, his last year in Green Bay. 28 passing touchdowns and 11 interceptions. So this year with the Jets, he had more passing yards, more touchdowns, and less interceptions this past season than he did with the Packers in his last current year in Green Bay, and that was 2 seasons ago. So I thought that was something key to note. So sure, it might have been an off year for Aaron Rodgers, but everybody remember his stats this year were better than they were his last year in Green Bay. So I'm excited to see what happens with Aaron Rodgers this year. And right now, I think maybe with it seeming it potentially looking like Matthew Stafford gets traded, I think Aaron Rodgers could, the favorite to land Aaron Rodgers could be the Rams, especially with Devontae Adams potentially wanting to go to the West Coast. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.